All right, in this video, we're going to be focusing a little less on Angular itself and a little more on HTML and CSS to make our project look kind of fun. Feel free to do this section however you'd like. And remember, you're welcome to follow along with me, but I highly encourage you to do your own project at the end to practice everything you've learned. That way you don't forget. So let's go in and let's do some HTML and CSS. We have a very white, bright page here, and I want to make it look a little more colorful. So what we want to do is actually change global styles. Remember, each component has its own styling, but the whole page also has global styles. So if we want everything to be affected by a style, then we need to do styling for the whole page. And we do that here in styles.css, which is outside of the app folder. Okay. So here it says you can add global styles to this file and also import other style files. That's fun to say. Okay. Let's do something quick. Let's do body. Now for this part, I'll be teaching a little less and more of just doing. And that way you can copy this part and we'll get on to the next bit of Angular. So I'm going to change the background color to be something nice. I don't know, what about bisque? I think that's a fine color. Okay, we'll go with that. And that's all the styling I'll do here in the global styles for now. Now what we want to do is change the styling for the nav bar. So to focus on the nav bar, I'm going to get rid of the body component by going to our app folder and to our app.component.html. And I'm just going to comment out the app body for now. You can do this by pressing Control/ in most editors. Okay, so you can see it's gotten rid of the nav bar. So let's do styling for this. We're going to do all of our styling for the nav bar within the the nav component.css. So first of all, let's change this to a div. And in that div, we want an unordered list. This is going to be our navigation. So let's say we want a home page. Let's say we want an about page and one more. Oops. We will say we want a fun page. This is where we do something fun. Okay, now press save. And we need to do some styling on this because right now it's just a list. So what we're going to do is we're first going to go to the nav component.css and we're going to say list item. We want text decoration none. All right, this is going to get rid of our bullet points for us. Oh, excuse me, I messed that up. It is, let's see. Oops, I apologize, I misspoke. That's not the right property. The right property is list style type none. Okay, press save, and you'll see that gets rid of our bullet points for us. Okay, then maybe we want this in some sort of box, maybe at the top center of the page. So let's go ahead and for the unordered list, we're going to give this a border of 1 pixel solid black. Okay, great. And we're going to give that a width of 400 pixels. Okay. And we're going to give that a margin of 20 pixels top and bottom and auto on the side. That way we center it. Great. Now, in order to center these items in the middle of the bar, we want to use, let's use a flex box. Okay, so let's do on our UL, we want a display of flex, and we want to justify our content center. And, oh, whoops. Was that the wrong one? Justify content. Ah, yes, space between, and then align items center. And that, as you can see, puts space around everything and makes it in the center. Now let's fix the strange spacing we've got going on. Let's do padding 0. Great. So that gets rid of all of the padding, but we actually do want some padding. So let's give it like 10 pixels of padding. Awesome. And let's move everything closer together. So we're going to cut this down to 300 pixels in width. Excellent. Now we want to make each one of these look like its own button. And we also want to put some space on the outside of these. So what I'm going to do here is go to the list item. I'm going to do padding 10 pixels. Awesome. That looks good. And for each list item, let's do a background color. Let's see. So we were using bisque before. Let's do something slightly darker. Try that. Okay, that looks nice. Now, the final thing we'll do in this video is we want, when we mouse over these, we want it to show the little pointer as our cursor. So on LI, we're going to do cursor pointer. Okay. And that way, when we highlight over it, they look like we can click them. Great. So take a look at this code, try to understand it, look it up if you don't quite understand it. And in the next video, we'll finish up our styling on the nav bar. I'll see you then.